How do we break the habit of disbelief? We're going to talk about that tonight. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, guys. So how do we break this habit of disbelief? Well, the Bible says, Jesus said it, with God, all things are possible. So disbelief is really, guys, we've got to make our default belief and change it from seeing is believing to believing is seeing. Because any kind of resistance, it's unimaginable that anything is impossible to God. So unless you get into that miracle-mindedness, unless you believe first, then it's difficult to connect with that creative energy, right? You're putting up resistance. Anytime you have doubt, fear, or disbelief, you're putting up resistance between what you want, you and what you want. And it's hard to, and you'll get whatever you're fearing, whatever you're doubting. Yep. You get what you're feeling. So a couple recommendations. This is how we do it. First of all, make belief your default code. You got to start now knowing that everything that there exists, everything is God. Everything that we can see and not see, the invisible and the visible, is all God. It's all made of the same substance. So we're all connected by that. So by definition, all things are possible. It's just how we move, how we manifest that substance from the invisible. And if we take our attention off something, and it disappears from our experience. Well, this is the power. So don't fight the conditions. This is the first thing. Anytime you fight, don't fight the effects. Don't fight the already manifested. That puts up resistance. That is a form of disbelief, right? Believing that you can change conditions from the outside is disbelieving that it all comes from the inside, that it all comes from that invisible source. So this is a way to get at it. If I can't get you to disbelief immediately, I got to get you doing the things that conjure this disbelief. And the first thing is don't fight with conditions or the effects. To believe that you can change from the outside to get what you want is fighting in vain. It all comes from the inside. It all comes from that God consciousness, that I am connection, that God consciousness. You've got to change on the inside to make effect changes on the outside. Believing is seeing. You got to believe first and then you can see. Don't try to overcome obstacles. This is another thing. Something comes up that you don't like, okay? Guys, instead bless everything. This is a way to get out of disbelief. Believe that everything that comes in your path was created or co-created by you. It's in your path. So you are the causer of everything. Bless it and then choose again. Remember, God is in everything. This is the point I was trying to make. God is in everything. So if you put up disbelief, if you try to overcome these obstacles, right? This is a form of not believing in your divinity, not believing that obstacles will fall away when you stop believing. Yeah. So we're getting at this disbelief from the back entrance here, guys. Your good will come through everything. That everything is God. So don't discount anything. Believe in everything that's around you, because that's all God. That was all created. It doesn't mean that it's the true reality. The true reality is that God consciousness. But believe those are creations made of that substance. When you disbelieve, guys, you set limits on God. You can't limit God. Can you imagine limiting God? God can't be limited. You can only limit God. God can't be limited. Only your experiences of Him will be limited. So God is wholly unlimited. But if you try to limit Him, if you disbelieve, then what you're doing is narrowing you're limiting your experience of that God, of that source. Anytime you disbelieve, you're limiting that source of God. Yeah. Free yourself, guys. So disbelief really is just a form of resistance. Right? There's only one truth. That's that awareness. That's that pure, unconditioned consciousness. Everything else are conditions of that consciousness, right? They're not true, they're not false, they're not good, they're not bad. They're just conditions. So what you need to do is believe in that unconditioned consciousness, right? It's not about putting up beliefs or disbeliefs in the manifested reality. That's what's putting up resistance, right? That is whatever it is. But the true reality is that unconditioned consciousness. That's what you want to believe in. That's the only thing to believe in, right? These other things, don't judge so don't try to overcome obstacles. Don't try to fight the conditions. Don't judge the conditions. Don't judge the effects that you've created, that you've caused into being, because they could easily disappear when you take your attention off of it. That's the power you have. That's what you're going to believe in, believing in your own power. Once you free yourself from this resistance and walk in that consciousness of I am a being, walk in that consciousness that I am, that awareness of being what you want to be, and it must come. This is the promise, right? This is the promise of God. So it's getting in the habit of belief. Believing in what? Believing in that unconditioned awareness. Believing that your I am awareness is that direct connection to God. That you have whatever you're conscious of being is what you're going to manifest, but you can choose again. So whatever you're conscious of possessing is what you possess, but you can choose again. Walk in the confidence. Once you have that consciousness, and once you commit to that I am, then you can walk with the assurance that you have it, that you are it. 100% belief. There's no need to limit God. When you limit yourself, you're limiting God. When you doubt yourself, you're doubting God. When you fear things, you're fearing God. There's nothing to fear. This is what really the point I'm trying to get at, guys. Whenever we put up resistance, disbelief in the form of fighting obstacles, in the form of fighting the effects, in the form of trying to change manifested reality without going inside and connecting with that I amness is futile. You're not going to get there. You've got to believe in your power. Get in the habit of believing that it's all you. It's that higher you, right? It's that big self, right? We all have that small self, that ego talking to us, filling us with fear, filling us with doubt, where we compare things. We have jealousy, envy, hatred. All of those things come from the small self. I'm talking about the big self. That's what you want to believe in, right? Don't fight the small self. Don't create disbelief and fight. This is all your small self, fighting obstacles, fighting the effects. Your good will come through everything. Everything around, from the visible and the invisible, when you align with God. It's all going to come from that, right? But whenever you don't believe, whenever you have disbelief, whenever you fight to overcome obstacles, whenever you set limits on God, whenever you try to fight and wrestle the effects, you are not believing in that unlimitedness. You are setting limits on God, who's wholly unlimited. And so you never limit God. What you do is you limit your experience of God. Yeah, and you don't want to do that, guys. Walk in that consciousness of being that which you want to be, of having that which you want to have, of doing that which you want to do. And then you really, truly will be, do, and have anything. This is what I wanted to get at, guys. Break this habit of disbelief. This God consciousness is real, and it is the only reality. All of this is just manifested in conditioned consciousness. Yes, you can choose again. You can shape that awareness in anything you want, but you've got to believe. You got to forget about fighting obstacles. Forget about fighting effects. Believe that the good will come to you. Remember, it comes in everything. Don't judge things you've created. Don't judge things as good or bad, or in terms of in your right or wrong, in terms of what you have in your reality. Instead, choose again. Create from that wholly unlimited creation awareness of God, as opposed to fighting the things that are already manifested. This takes belief, but that's the only belief you really need, and that's belief in yourself, in that higher self, in that inner being. You feel it sometimes. I know you do. Yep. So we'll talk more about this, guys. This is how to break the habit of disbelief. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button, and share and comment on our videos. We love that. Until next time, this is Tom Karen. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.